the record. Okay, so I'm going to first go through a PowerPoint so that we can kind of see where we are, how to get to things, and then I'll go to the live websites. Sometimes the live websites take long to go through, and so that's why I want to do the PowerPoint first. Okay, so let's get this started. Okay, so actually we have two websites for the district. One is rotaryinhawaii.org. That one is purely outward facing. So people from not non-members in the public can just go to the rotaryinhawaii.org. The one that we use is Rotary D5000, and this is for our members to get a lot of information. It is for outward people too, but mostly for inward members to find information. And then we have the Rotary.org website for Rotary International. So just remember that we have two different websites. So the first one for our district website, this is what you can find. You can find events, you can find information on grants, meeting locations. As long as the meeting location information is correct, you can find that information on our website. And we use Club Runner for the district, and then the webinar recordings. Okay, so this is the district website, and you would go up to member login to get there. Everyone has a login when they join. So when the secretary puts the information in, as long as they're putting in the right email address, they will already have a password. So a new member would come in and they would go to new user, click that, they will get an email to set their password. So there is a temporary password already assigned. Okay. And then if you forget your username or password, you just click one of these and then you'll get an email instantly from the system that will give you that information. So very easy. You don't need to contact the webmaster to get that login information. Every member can put in their own profile. So you can change your address, your phone numbers, your workplace information. You just go to members, edit my profile, and this is what you can put in yourself. So you don't need to bother the secretary. You can just put it in. You can upload your picture too. You can edit, or you can put in a bio if you wanted to. You can save a privacy setting if you wanted to. But anything you do, you need to edit and you need to save. So when you put in your picture, you just upload your own picture from your computer. Okay. So here, if you wanted to find a Rotarian, well, first of all, you have to log in, right? So you go to member search and you would put in either a last name, first name, or the club. If you wanted to know everybody in that club, you just put in the club and search. Okay. So you can find people who are members in our own district. Okay. Here in news, we have a yellow pages. If you wanted to find someone who's a plumber or a banker, you can search the yellow pages, and these are only for members. We also have an app. So Club Runner has a free app for your phone. I would highly recommend putting this on your phone because then you at your fingertips you can get people's phone numbers. It says when they join, who their spouse, their partner is, what their address is, and lots of information. And your phone will even dial the phone number that's on the system for you if your phone can do that. But so convenient. You can even text someone from this application on your phone. Okay, so go to the App Store, or if you've got Samsung, I don't know what the App Store name is, but download the Club Runner application. You got to log in, and then you can get this information right on your phone. So very, very convenient. The other website is rotary.org or My Rotary, and there's a lot of improvements to the site. It's very user, well, some people it's user friendly, but it's a lot of nice design, modern, new navigation. They do focus groups to see what's best to find things. Um, so a lot of functionality on that website. So here's what it looks like. Okay, and then you go to sign in to get to your account. what you can find on there are the goals for your clubs. You can sign up for newsletters. You can get things in the Service Project Center. Um, oh, discussion groups, they are sunsetting. They're not doing discussion groups at the end of the year. And then discounts, we used to have that, and you can find some discounts, but not a lot anymore. Okay, so what you do is you go sign in or register if you didn't sign in before. Just remember that the username is your email address that they have on file. Okay, so if you're changing your email address, you need to let Rotary know at their call center. Okay, and then you can register or you can just sign in. One thing that's really cool is now that you're doing your taxes, you can find out what your donations are. So when you sign in, you go to my account and you go to my donations, and it gives you a list of your history of all of your donations, and then you can use that for tax purposes on how much you gave. And I'll show you that in a little while. But here you've got under my Rotary, you've got a lot of information. Each one of these tabs has a lot of things in their menu that you can find. Okay. So if you want to go learn things on how to navigate the website, how to have a go-to professional development courses or courses on your position, go to the Learning Center. And in the Learning Center, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's over, I think, 1,000 courses that you can take at your own speed. Okay, and so if you want to binge, go through a lot of those. There's a Service Project Center. So if you go to the Service Project Center here under Participate Service Project Center, you can actually find projects that people are doing all around the world. So this is what it looks like, Service Project, spc.org, rotary.org. Okay, you can browse projects. So say you wanted to find out who's doing a project in Rwanda or Nepal. You can browse project by location, by focus area, by club, and you can find what projects people are doing. Okay, so a lot of information in the service project area. Okay. You can also find out what's going on with conventions. So you have it's conventions.rotary.org, and it tells you when the conventions are. And here are the upcoming ones. So there's Calgary coming up in June, Taipei in 2026. Honolulu, unless the state does something with the convention center, we may not have the convention in Honolulu in 2027. But 2030 is going to be in Chicago for the 125th anniversary. So I really encourage you to go to the conventions because there's a lot of good information at the conventions, and you can learn about different projects happening all around the world. Very inspiring. The Brand Center in Rotary International's website, you can find logos, you can find pictures, videos that you can use for your club. Okay, so let me go to the actual websites and show you around the website. So we were at my Rotary. Okay, so here's my Rotary. Okay, so I'm doing this live, so sometimes it's kind of slow in going through. But here it has your information right here. So you can go click on these things to get to places that you normally do. But here, my my Rotary is where you can find your club information, district information, membership foundation reports. But up here, where you go to my account, this is where you can get my donations. So you can find out yourself what your donations have been for tax purposes, or if you wanted to see if you need to donate more for your Paul Harris Society, how much you need more for this year. So just remember that my donations is where you can get your donation information from your from going to Rotary Foundation. Okay. If you're an officer, so like Rich, if you wanted to delegate your authority on the website, you can delegate it to someone. So that's in your action area. Okay. So I wanted to show you in knowledge, in this menu, this is where you can go to the grant center, you can go to club administration, but here is the learning center. You can go straight to the learning center from here, but you can also um, go to the service center, Rotary Club Central from this website. Okay, so if you wanted to get to newsletters, so you can get specialized newsletters in, okay, where is it? Okay, here. Events and connections. Okay, I went in this tab. This opened up, and this newsletter tab, you can subscribe to newsletters that you are interested in. So you can get information on membership, on public image, the cadre for global grants. You can do cadre connection, grants. So um, Rich, if you haven't already, the Rotary Leader is a good one for you. For any officer, the Rotary Leader is a good one. And the service for Caroline might be good to see what's going on with service. So these are specialized newsletter that come straight to your box that you can go to. Okay. So let's see. Any place else you want to see on the Rotary International website? No, we're good. Okay, then let's go to the district website because there's a lot of stuff on the district website. So here, if you wanted to find a club and find out where they're meeting, go to who we are, find a club, club directory. And this is where you can find out where people are going. And so say you wanted to sort this by meeting date and time. Click here, meeting date, and this will put it in order of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's the order by days of the week, and you can see who's meeting at that time. So if you want to go to their website, click on the house, and then you'll go to their website. If you want to see who their officers are, so you click on the name of the club and okay, so this one has these officers. So it's a limited amount of officers, but here you can find out about that club by just clicking on the name of the club in that. We were at the club directory and I clicked on the name of the club to get the officers. Okay, so it's really important to keep this information accurate and up to date. So who we are, you can find out who the officers are. If you wanted to find who's the chair of a position, go to the organization structure, and you can actually email them by clicking on this envelope icon, and it'll send an email to that person. It doesn't show you what the email address is for privacy purposes, but everybody who is in the org chart will have. So if you wanted to give it to Rich, and you put your new picture on, pretty nice. You can just click this and then send an email. Okay. So that's for finding the organization structure. If you wanted to join Rotary, you click that, but that is going to the Rotary International Leads program. What we do, you have the avenues of service. So if you wanted to find out about RILA, for instance, go to youth service, click on the RILA, and it'll tell you where the RILA sessions are. Rotary Youth Foundation, it'll give you information. So these are the focus areas and the committees, the 5 Avenue Committee information. For news and updates, you got the calendar if you wanted to find what's happening around the district. Club resources. So you have the awards information for this year. We'll update it for next year. We have the winners for last year up there. We've got foundation, the grant information in the grants folder. Okay, a lot of great information. Case. And then the get involved is if you wanted to put your name in to get information or to have someone refer back to you. But want to go back to the home page. And remember that this homepage is going to change on July 1st. Yeah. So right now it's got information on a little action about Malama Weekend, about the avenues, committees, and then you got to get down here to the bottom in order to get to quick links. But quick links is where you can find information for PEs, for presidents, but here on webinar recordings, Rich, don't fall asleep on me, Rich. This is where you can find the PowerPoints, and this is all of the recordings for the last like 3 years. So if you wanted to find the YouTube recording link, this is where you can find it. It's chronological.
Okay, so it was way at the bottom. That's what I wasn't getting to. The quick links were something I haven't really perused, so I'll have to get into it.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get the quick links to the top because that's where people go to quick links. So look, it's way at the bottom right now on quick links. So if you want to find out about District Shores, the conference, the Rotary International Convention, you just click on any of these links and then you can get to those. In the calendar, these are events coming up soon. When you click on the calendar, it'll have the link to the Zoom in there and any information about that. So spring assembly today, we list it down and then it has the Zoom link right here and the matrix. So it's right in that home page. Okay. So lots of really great information, but the quick links is where a lot of people will go to find these links to go to the page quickly. Now, what we're thinking of doing is having an index. So when we have the index, you go to the index and you can click on something like, I want to find grants. You just click on that, it'll take you to that page. So we're working on that to make this a little easier to navigate the site and find things because that's something we hear is hard to find things. We don't know where it is. Okay, so anything else you want to find out on the district website? Anybody? No? Okay. I wanted to show you one more thing on this website. There's this Hawaiian Airlines discount. So if you click on that, we have an affiliate program with Hawaiian Airlines. So if you click on this affiliate program, it'll take you to Hawaiian Airlines and it'll be in a special place where if you're going to um, the mainland, you get a 5% discount on the web fares. So it'll know that you're in our affiliate program and it'll apply the 5% discount at the end when you're paying for it. Okay, so these are um the airports that 5% will apply to. Okay, so it doesn't have to be for Rotary, it can be for personal use, but you can use this affiliate program. Okay? And it's good because then the district gets some points too when you use this.
We get points and the district gets points.
Yep. Yep. You put in your own number and you will get the points on your side. Okay. So on the quick links, we got Centennial Park in there. So if you wanted to know about Centennial Park, you can go here and find out. I goes to your website, Rich. If you wanted,
Great.
yeah. Caroline wanted that, so we put that on. Okay. And other resources. So this page we want to get some feedback from you on how we can make this page better for you to navigate and find things better.
Naomi, I have a question for you.
Yep.
When we just attended PETS just recently, a couple months ago, we all had to take photos.
Yes.
Are the photos going to be automatically updated to the website, the district website, or how does that work?
It's not automated. It's a manual process, but yes, we will be putting your picture in there. If you already have a picture, I'm going to ask you if you want that picture or you want the new picture. So if you would like
Okay.
to have that picture, Clay, I can send you that picture.
Yeah, yeah, the one that we took at PETS. Yeah, I haven't received anything yet. So yeah.
It's interesting, Clay, because I got an email on my picture, but I didn't see it. And then I went to my browser and I looked at my pictures, and there it was. For some reason, it
Oh,
just showed up on my computer. So take a look.
You didn't put it
okay.
in?
What's that?
Huh?
You didn't put it in?
I I
Somebody else?
I I have a couple pictures now, but it was surprising to me that I got it and I didn't even know I got it.
Oh,
Yeah, I never received it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because somebody has to manually put it in. So somebody put it in for you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, Clay, I can give you the picture if you want to use it for the 75th anniversary book. But we're gonna replace all of the silhouettes in the website and put your picture.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so if you don't like it, you gotta change it yourself.
Okay. All right.
Okay, any other places you want to see on the websites? We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Roz is leaning forward. Are you gonna say something, Roz? Oh, she left us.
There
Oh,
she is.
she's doing her wave. Okay.
Yeah. The membership leads information has been really clunky on RI, and they're changing it. And it's supposed to come right to the district and make it easier. And we don't know when the change is supposed to occur. I was hearing it was this summer, but it's a not a very user friendly process currently, and hopefully it will be better when it comes into our district.
Okay, so right now the leads go to the district and the district parcels it out to the clubs. And then the clubs need to respond to contact that person. So what they are doing is the leads not are not going to the district, they're going straight to the club. Okay, so the club needs to respond. If the club does not respond in 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks, then the district will get it. And if the club still doesn't respond after so many times, the club might get taken off the list to get new leads. But
Is there a way that the AGs will be able to monitor that process on the district website to say, well, something went to this club that's one of my clubs and they didn't respond? I would like to know that,
Mhm.
be
So
able to follow up.
yeah, so right now when it goes to the district, you should have access to it if it's within your area. Okay, so you're if you didn't get one, maybe you don't have a lead for your area. But when it goes to your club, you should, as AG, would get you get a notification as well, so you can follow for it. You can track it.
Good, thanks.
Okay, so do you want to see how to get into the leads? So
All right.
it's on
Or
our website. Okay, so every club has a page. Okay, so let me show my screen here. Okay, so when we have our club information, we go to club and district support, which is here. Nope. Okay, maybe I don't have access to that. Sorry. But every club will have their own area where you can get to the leads and find out what the status is. And the district right now has the master. Once it's assigned to the club, though, it leaves the district's um, uh, website. Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me find it. Okay, so I went to district resources. This is the district's leads, and then
right.
view leads here. Okay, so these are all of the leads that came in, and it says what club it was. Oh my goodness, there's a lot that are not assigned, but here it tells you what clubs it was assigned to. So I don't see anything right now for your side of the island. But when it does, then you would get a notification that you got a lead from one of your clubs.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Naomi, if they're unassigned, then they just sort of hang out there until somebody decides to pick them up.
Um, yeah, and it could be that they're not assigned because the district is still working with them and they're not either they're not getting response from that person or the email address was wrong or phone number is wrong. So at that point, they should be sending it back to Rotary that was we're not taking that lead because there is a report that says how many days it takes to respond to that person, how many days it takes to induct that person.
Alan Kawamoto is our district, membership leads person. He has been pretty good about forwarding things when there was an indication of where it ought to go or to which AG it ought to go. But I mean, so he gets the leads, and when
We have I think someone brought their recording with them. We have a quick turnaround time